Peace in Pan-Africanism to all my African brothers and sisters from all around the world. Welcome back to King Siso. I'm your host, Kagiso Hlongwane, host is in Sono, and we're back at it again with another one. I hope you guys are enjoying your Sunday afternoon, and I hope you guys, some of you went to church, some of you had a relaxed day indoors, some of you are preparing yourself for the week that is coming, as we are edging so much closer to that festive season that will be coming in 3 weeks' time. So I hope you guys have been praying for King Setso, have been praying for your family, have been praying for our beautiful country, as we are facing many things that are very difficult at this point of time, as you guys can see with the amount of marches and everything that is happening. I call them the great distractions that distract us as African people in achieving the ultimate goal of Africa. But we're going to talk about it a little bit in depth in other videos. In this video, we are continuing with season 2 or part 2 of progression regression. I started this series on the month of November, and I said I want to talk about progression regression. What looks like is progression, but when you analyze it a little bit deeper, you then realize that as African people, we are taking 1 step forward, 3 steps back. 1 step forward, 3 steps back. 1 step forward. It looks like we are moving forward, but we are actually not getting anywhere, especially in the contents of South Africa, where it has been proven since 1994 up until 2025, the gap between the poor and the rich has not closed. It widens and widens each and every time. And so we want to talk about that. The theme for today's progression regression is marching, because I think it's very important to talk about marching. Does marching yield any results for African people? When we march, do we get what we were marching for? If I can take you back to 1976, when the youth of June 16 took to the streets in Soweto and all around South Africa actually, and marched and said, we don't want to be taught in Afrikaans anymore. And when you look at 2025, you look at my schooling career, you look at your schooling career, if you have attended public and private schools, you probably have studied in Afrikaans, a language that is spoken by less than 15% of the population. And the Afrikaner people, the proper Afrikaner people, are less than 9% of the population. But we study Afrikaans. We study in Afrikaans. We do it as a second language, because in the better schools, you don't find our indigenous languages there. So when a person asks the generation that fell in June 16, did that march yield any results when you look at the education system today? Are we getting a better education system? Some people might argue that our parents actually got a better education than us who did OBC and all of those things. OBS or whatever, OB something. We did OB something, mathematics, literacy, and all of those things. Actually, it was I think my generation was the first ones to start with maths literacy back in 2006, 2007, somewhere there. So it is those type of questions that I want to ask on today's program. Does marching actually help us? And yielding also into this issue of foreigners, undocumented foreigners, South Africans fighting, South Africans chasing. You can hear now the tone is no longer about undocumented foreigners. It's about all foreigners. It starts like that. It starts with, we don't want undocumented foreigners. Then the next thing, no, a foreigner, even if they are documented, they can't work if a South African is not working. And then it goes to, no, foreigners can't stay here if a South African is looking for a place. A foreigner can't go there if a South African can go there. So it gets to that point and ultimately it will be all foreigners go out of South Africa. After that, we have warned South Africans that after all foreigners has left, the Zulu people will start fighting the Pedi people in KwaZulu-Natal. They will say, you are Pedi, you don't belong in KwaZulu-Natal, so you can't get a job in KwaZulu-Natal if you are from Limpopo. Go and work in Limpopo, because here in KwaZulu-Natal, we have children that don't have jobs. Why should that job be given to you as a Tswana person, as a Xhosa person, as a Pedi person, as a Tsonga person, as a Venda person? So that is where ultimately it will lead. But because some people don't believe it will get there, let's take it back step by step. And the reason other people don't believe that it will get there, in South Africa, you've got an issue of South Africans are not well traveled. It is a recorded fact. South Africans are not well traveled. Never mind crossing the border. South Africans are not well traveled in South Africa. There are South Africans that have never been to Western Cape. Never been to Cape Town. You guys know what I'm talking about. There are South Africans that have never been to Durban. And those are the big cities. So imagine if I said, have you been to Northern Cape? The province with the least population. Have you been to Kimberley? Have you been? South Africans are not well traveled. If they traveled, majority of South Africans, they will tell you they have been to Gauteng. But there are people that have never been to Johannesburg in South Africa. And I'm talking about adults. I'm not talking about small kids, school-going children, whatever. I'm talking about people in their 30s, 40s, 50s, have never left their province to go to Gauteng, to go and stay there, to go and pursue work, to go and pursue a dream or something like that, have never done that. So that's why you find a person, they don't understand how difficult it is, how scary it is to leave your own country and come into another country and come and face those people there and try and make ends meet. And what is not helping with our African brothers, when they come here, others get so comfortable that they now operate outside the laws, the boundaries of the laws of the country. They sell drugs, human trafficking, all of those things happen. It does not mean that South Africans don't sell drugs. It does not mean that South Africans don't do human trafficking. They do. But when you are not from South Africa, you have to behave in a certain manner to show that you, for a lack of a better word, you appreciate the opportunity of staying in a foreign country. And it's not foreign, but anyway, in a country that is not your country of birth. So when it comes to marching, does marching actually help us? I want to take you guys to last year, or was it last of last year, when we had an issue with children in Soweto in particular being unalived because they were eating contaminated food from Somali, Pakistani, Indian shops. You guys remember that? In Soweto, a huge number of communities stood up and said, we are going to close these shops. Our children have passed away. We don't know what is going on. And we are going to fight this thing. That fight never lasted longer than 2 months. Other people wanted to close the shops, Operation Dudula. There were other people that came up with a taxi association, started protecting the shops. And South Africans were confused, but other people want to close and other people want to defend. Other people are saying this Pakistanis, they are part of our community. They are the ones that give us food on credit. Sometimes we don't have the money, they assist us. And then there were those clashes. And because of those clashes, that thing died off. South Africans claim to be patriotic, but they are not patriotic entirely with their finances. I let that one sink in. You can't tell South Africans that we don't buy from Nigerians. You can't tell them that. You can't tell South Africans don't go to Nigerian saloons. You try to do that. Try to tell South Africans don't go to Nigerian saloons. Don't go to Nigerian shops. Don't support them. South Africans will tell you, but that's where I get the best price or the best service for the best price for the service that I've been given. Are we really patriotic? The only time you will see black people, the entire world, getting properly organized is when they organize for church, when they organize for entertainment, when they organize for sports, and when they are organizing for political reasons. The way we march, you would swear that we are the most organized people on earth. The way we march, the passion that we have when we march as African people, for me, it shows me that we can do so much more with the numbers that we have. Come on, somebody. Come on, somebody. I'm sure someone hears me. Why can't we organize the same numbers that we are using for marching and use those numbers to collect money and build schools, build hospitals where we can control? And some of you don't know, in October, there's a new bill that has been passed for private colleges and new universities because of that Academia University of the Afrikaner people that is coming in 2027 that is coming, that will be launching. The government changed the rules. They now can control who is accepted there in those private colleges and private universities. There is a new form, we call it Apartheid 2.0, that is coming. We're going to talk about that on another video when I speak about Paseta. But I'm telling you, people are organized to improve the life of their race. Is our fighting assisting us? My grandmother stays in a place called Matempule. Some of you will know it, next to Marapiane. Those who come from Mpumalanga would know. There isn't any Nigerians, or let me say I haven't seen Nigerians there. There probably is, because you know how our Nigeria, but it's very rural place, and it is you find Pakistanis there, the Bangladeshis with their shops and stuff, little shop there and there, but the community is very poor type of a community where even network, cell phone coverage is not even there. At the clinic, when we take my grandmother there, you find that there is no pills, there is no medication. Where when you go to the clinic, it's empty. It's not full. There's no queues. There's no nothing. There's no medication. I hope somebody hears what I'm trying to say. Is marching the answer that we have? When I saw the generation of Gen Z of Tanzania and Kenya marching and dying in the streets, I was like, it cannot be, man. It cannot be that our ancestors marched, got shot and killed, and we buried them. Our grandparents marched, got shot, get killed, and we buried them. Our parents marched, got shot, killed, and we buried them. And now we, this generation, are also going to march so that we can clash with the police, get shot and get killed. Luckily, if we don't get shot and get killed, but what is the result? What is the benefit of them marching? I would want to see Operation Dudula, Operation, what you call March on March, coming and clearly defining and telling us who is funding them. And from that funding, I would like to see them do things like what the EFF is doing, building houses, improving, building clinics. Guys, it's not impossible to build our own clinics. It's not. It's not. With the numbers that we're having in the streets, even if we took out 5 rand each, we would build a clinic in 1 month. The way the way we are so passionate about marching in South Africa, we could do medical things here. We can show Africa just how organized the black people can become, and just how beautiful they can, how many things we can build overnight, guys. I'm talking about we donate this month, next month we build, the 3rd month we open a grand a playing ground or something. Because why is it that African people can organize and build churches in the speed of light, but you can't build schools? The churches that we build, have you seen how beautiful these churches are? Everywhere in the African continent. The way we are so passionate about building these entertainment places, the clubs, you look at the pubs, you look at how much money we invest in building those things for entertainment. The way we are serious about the political missions that we have, our political parties, our political stand, our political ideology. We go in the streets, we sleep in the streets. Some people go and attend political rallies and they come back with a bus and they die from the accident. How many times must that happen? Why can't we organize ourselves and build schools and build clinics? And this is not only a message to South Africans. This is a message to Zimbabweans. You can do it in your country. You can do it in Namibia. You can do it in Lesotho. You can do it in Mozambique. You can do it everywhere. You don't have to go and cross a border for you to be organized. The men of Zimbabwe and the brave women of Zimbabwe must stand up and organize themselves outside political ranks, because politics also divides us as African people. Politics divides us like nobody's business. Politics divides us more than tribalism. In South Africa, politics divides us more than tribalism. You will find a Zulu person who is in the EFF hating with passion a Zulu person who is in the MK political party. Politics divides us more than tribalism in South Africa. And we don't see it. The real fight is for Johan Rupert. Those are the people that are taking the real wealth of our country. You guys don't want to hear that. You guys know who our enemy is. Our enemies who are manipulating the currencies. You guys know those banks. Our enemies who still steal our minerals. You guys know who are the big mining firms. You know them. You know who are the 3 families in South Africa who own about 80% of our wealth. You guys know. It is run by a few families. South Africa is run by a few families. Those people you want to ignore, and you want to go and target the vulnerable. And people, Ibetu Dula, we have seen you turn around Tsonga people because they speak a different language from you in Soweto. And Tsonga is being spoken in Soweto. But that guy of 60 that was driving the scooter, brought his child there, you guys turn him around. He supplied an ID, a South African ID, and you said it's fake. And this is where it's going. We are going to fight each other as South Africans after we are done with our African brothers and sisters. A Zulu person will find it very hard in Northwest, in Northern Cape, to come and speak isiZulu la, because akekho umuntu okhuluma isiZulu la in Northern Cape. Akekho, ngiyakutshela ngihlala la. Mawungafika ngesiZulu eklinikini bazokujikisa. Abatswana bala bazothi ubuyaphi. Ngazi uzothatha umthalo yakho uye eklinikini yaKwaZulu. Kula uzothola usizo khona. Batswana go tlo ba bima haholo gore wena o kreye thuso ko Eastern Cape ka Setswana se sa hao seo. It's going to happen. We are going to fight each other. After we are done with those people, we are going to fight each other, and we will never fight our colonizers because we fear them. Nobody says this. We fear our colonizers here in South Africa. We know who the enemy is. We know who the enemy is. Can South Africans fold their hands and say, I will not buy at a Somali tuck shop? Can you guys come and run tuck shops again in your communities? Where is the colleges that teaches young men and women how to work with their hands? Tiling, soft skills, hair. Can you guys do that? When you chase all of these people away, are you going to be able to replace them immediately? Do you have the skill to replace them immediately? Those are the type of things that we must look at. And those things, actually, you address them through the education system. The type of education that we are getting in schools that has absolutely no practical skills up until grade 12 is the reason why we are having this unemployment that we are having in South Africa. People can't even work to save their lives, can't even do plumbing, can't do nothing. Does not even know what how to replace spark plugs on a car, can't change oil filter, nothing. Progression, regression. That is what we are facing in South Africa. So when I look into the future, something bad is coming in KwaZulu-Natal. If I was from Mozambique, if I am from Nigeria, if I'm from Zimbabwe, it's not a good idea to be there in those downtown streets where they are even calling it Lagos in the next 2-3 weeks. You guys will come back to this video and say King said so. You guys will come back to this video and you will say King said so. There's something that is not right that is coming. Be careful. Be careful. It's scary when my people take the streets. And I know excitement, some of them excitement carries them to do illegal things. So be careful, my African people. Be careful. Be very careful. Tina, we can be hated for I don't even want to say for defending our African people, but for reminding the African people that, number one, Africa does not have foreigners that are African, number one. Number two, those people are not our enemy. We are placed in this situation where we are as African people because of 1948, the apartheid system that started up until 1993, and how it has crippled us in participation in economical activities as Black people. We are still trying to find our way back. Some have left their provinces, went to Gauteng to go and look for a better life. Some have left their countries and went to other countries, come to South Africa to come and search for a better life. In South Africa, we don't have a foreign problem. We have a policing problem. Our police are not patriotic to their rule book, to South Africans. They get bought, they get bribed, they take money because, number one, they are not passionate about the job that they are doing. Our government officials give out permits for money because they are criminals and they are poor in their heart. So when they can sell a permit for 15,000, they will sell that permit. So we have South Africans that are not patriotic to the South African people. In Home Affairs, South Africans working in Home Affairs, we have seen them being arrested each and every year, giving out green identification books. No patriotism whatsoever to the work that they are doing. So that is what we are having a problem with. We have a policing problem. A drug problem is something that must be addressed, challenged, and defeated by the police. By the police. Every community in South Africa, every community, even here in Kimberley, but a van of police can come. We can show them where people are selling. In the taxi rank, we can show them there, those people there. In fact, we don't need to show them. The police go there. They arrest. Next week, the same guy is back. What is going on with our law? And people are saying, no, until one of your family member is which family in this day and time does not have someone who is addicted to drugs? You are so lucky if in your family, I'm talking about immediate family, your mother and father's children, if there's no one that is addicted to some drugs, including alcohol and weed smoking and all of those things. If there isn't in your family, you are blessed. Consider yourself blessed. On episode 3 of Progression Regression, we're going to talk about the trauma that our parents and our ancestors felt. That trauma is also transferred to us. Trauma can be transferred. Fear can be transferred also on nyekas. There's things that the fear, you might find the fear of dog is because of what happened to your grandparents during the apartheid times when the police dog was harassing them. And when you see the police dog, you don't even want to get close. But a police dog has never even barked at you once, and you don't understand why that is. We're going to talk about that on episode 3 of Progression Regression. But let me tell you, let's organize ourselves, South Africans. We can support each other. We can build. We can organize ourselves, and we can because waiting for these politicians is what is frustrating our people to take to the streets. But we don't have to wait for them. Let's organize. Let's build. Let's do the right thing. And also, when we go to the streets, it's my plea from myself to you. When we go to the streets and we go and talk to our brothers and sisters, let's be mindful that not all of them are selling drugs. Not all of them are illegal. Not all of them. Let's treat people ngobuntu. Let's treat people with respect. That is my cry. That is my plea. Go in the comment section. Tell me what you think. And we'll be having Progression Regression again next week, where we talk about the historical traumas that have been transferred to us. And if we don't fight those traumas and defeat them, we are going to also transfer them to our children. Thank you so much, guys. I appreciate it. If you can click the subscribe button and stick with us. We'll be working very much this coming month of November and December. Really a lot of content will be dropping for you guys. But for now, Television is distracting us again. They are funding us, and when they are busy funding us, they are busy buying plots of land, they are busy building universities, they are busy doing things. When it comes to 2029, they will be far ahead of us, and we will be still fighting each other, if we don't wake up. Thank you so much. Until we meet again, don't forget to pray. But after you pray, stand up, African child. Do your best so that God can do the rest. Peace in Pan-Africanism. I salute you.